Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through. A Degrassi podcast with Kelsey and Holland too. I know I can make it through.
Hi, and welcome to Whatever It Takes, a podcast about Degrassi the Next Generation. I'm Kelsey.
And I'm Holland. And today, joining us to talk about the bananas Halloween-themed Degrassi of the Dead is Sean P. Quigley of the Hottest Girl in Class podcast. Welcome back.
Oh, I'm so glad to
Oh, no.
be back. It feels very excited.
Oh,
Yay.
my gosh. And we, of course, had to have you back for another Halloween special following the wonderful one we watched last time.
Yeah, no, it's good. Every Halloween, you guys dig me up, and you let me out of the cage for the night. I get to talk.
It's true. Well, you need to be here for like our resident spooky episode co-host.
I am
like...
glad to be on retainer for this purpose.
And the people have been tweeting at you looking for your guys' own spooky podcast. So maybe this is just like satisfying that for now.
But we're both the me, so it's not going to happen.
We can't say anything. Negotiations are real hot right now. But we signed non-disclosure agreements. We can't talk about it until the project moves forward. Yeah. It's a production thing, and but we'll give you guys updates.
Yeah, absolutely.
Limbo right
I don't have a functioning
laptop. Our managers are going back and forth. There's lawyers involved. It's been a process, but we're gonna get a product out there.
No, we're arguing about salary.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that people don't know about.
Mm-hmm.
We're very cordial now. Once, after we stop recording, only our lawyers talk to each other.
It's true.
It's very tense.
It's extremely tense. We definitely don't Snapchat regularly.
Never.
Never, ever. You don't send me haunted houses.
I don't text you when I'm scared at work, so you can distract me from the ghosts.
It's true. I like that we have opposite coping mechanisms, though, because, like, when something shitty is happening with me, I'm like, text me about ghosts, but when you are feeling haunted, you text me, and you're like, text me about anything but ghosts.
Yeah, tell me something terrible that's happening that doesn't involve ghosts.
Yin and yang. Can we get into this bananas-ass episode?
Yeah.
So, it starts, and it's like...
We watched Degrassi of the Dead. Did we say
Degrassi
that?
of the Dead. I said that.
Okay.
It was filmed during season 7, so we're definitely a throwback. A very welcome throwback to see all of our faves again.
We missed them, even Peter.
I was very relieved that it wasn't a bunch of children I don't know yet. I was like, oh, good. People I know, thank heavens.
Not yet. We'll get... I guess we're going to get there soon, I guess. But the episode starts, and the theme song starts glitching, and it turns spooky, and I was really confused about what was going on, and whether
I thought you watched a fan edit again.
Me too.
I did keep checking to make sure I wasn't skipping parts, because there was one part where it didn't say part 2, but I knew that it was part 2.
Yeah, it faded in and out a couple times.
And I was like, what? Did I miss a thing? I don't know. It was very short. It was only 11 minutes.
But there was no less than Jake to be heard. It was fine.
I imagine it was serialized every week a new 3-minute thing would pop up or whatever. Yeah. So I can just imagine people just getting so excited to sit down and watch the next installment of Degrassi.
Yeah, so this is a collection of minis. But I don't
everyone is zombies, and there's this whole voiceover of Manny,
right?
And because she's the final girl, whatever. So there's Manny's doing this whole voiceover, explaining what's happening, and and apparently it's all related to GMO food.
So GM foods have caused the zombie apocalypse in Degrassi universe. But
she's making a lot of references to Degrassi, biology class left us ill prepared.
I wrote that down too.
Degrassi is full of drama, but it still didn't prepare us for zombies. And I was like, what is happening?
Degrassi's full of drama, but not even that prepared us for the end of the world.
That was it, and I'm just yelling alone in my apartment, what is happening?
It was great.
Well, during the intro, it sounded like Snake was doing a voiceover, and he was saying we need to find somewhere safe, like a mosque or a school.
I thought I heard that. I remember that. vaguely remember. I don't know. It's fuzzy.
So
it was weird.
In the intro, they already mentioned GMO foods and prayer in school, so I thought we were in for a very intense episode.
We were in
Those
for
are
a
very
weird one. Also, so they do this intro thing, and it's all in black and white, and we see the zombies, and then we're there with Peter, Ashley, Paige, Jay, and Manny. And Manny does like a Breakfast Club reference.
Yeah.
She says,
"You've had enough."
She's like, with someone I don't trust, which is Peter, a Barbie doll, which is Ashley, I guess, a criminal, Jay, and a princess, Paige.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, wait, what? And Sean is correct. We have had enough.
It was so shoehorned and unnecessary, even by Degrassi standards.
Oh, God. Remember the Breakfast Club episode?
Oh, no. They didn't even call it Don't You Forget About Me.
I hate that episode. I'm still mad about it.
It gave us Selly.
It did.
And
great.
Jazel. Is that what it is?
Yeah, they were fine.
I'm assuming.
They were fine. They were inoffensive.
And just Toby being there. But I missed Manny saying cuckoo bananas though. So
You did say cuckoo bananas.
Did
Is that
say cuckoo bananas.
I needed that in my life. And Jay is like talking. I don't remember what he says.
He's like, why are so many of them at the school? If I were dead, I sure wouldn't be coming back to school. And Paige is like, you didn't go to school anyway, or something like that.
I think my notes. You didn't even go to school. Half of my notes are just like me jotting down things that they said.
Yeah.
This role in general, all of them in this horror scenario, really brings up like what bad actors they are.
Oh, it's bad. It's real.
It was
bad.
the worst acting any of them have ever done on this show.
Everybody's phoning it in.
It was not good.
Everybody. The only people not phoning it in are the zombies. Like, Emma is a zombie
Emma
killer.
is great. Emma kills it.
Yeah.
Emma's great.
And those
Spinner's
are scary
great.
zombies. They had a good zombie budget.
They
Those
did.
were sincerely creepy zombies.
Very creepy.
But Manny says, we can't give up on Emma. She went to go get a car, and she's still probably coming. And everyone is unconvinced because then Emma, shows up at the window, and she's a zombie.
She's a very convincing zombie.
Yeah.
Someone said something about a dork buffet. I don't remember who.
Oh my god, somebody did
Wait,
mention
I said that too.
Jay left them to get eaten something. He's like, I'm leaving this before you guys become a dork buffet.
Right.
That's
he went to get the keys to the school bus in Mrs. H's classroom.
And then,
of course, he knows where they are.
Of course he does. And then, as soon as he leaves, Peter pulls out the keys to the school bus, and Paige is like, I would kiss you if you weren't so young and such a pig.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, at least we're addressing Peter's faults.
Yeah. And then Jay goes into the principal's office, and then only to get eaten by a zombie Miss H. And I'm like, why would you kill off the best one first?
Seriously. This would have been better if it was Jay the whole time.
Yeah, and it ended up being Jay
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Manny at the end. And then Jay's the one who sacrifices himself to a bomb, and we don't have to see gross Derek.
Yeah. Oh, gross, Derek.
God.
Oh, the Derek scene was...
Gross.
So gross.
This was like a bad dream. It was like I had a weird dream about Degrassi, but it wasn't Degrassi.
It was weird and terrible.
Oh my God.
That was this.
But then
I was right to be stoned while watching this, though. It was it was the right call. I was like, I feel like this needs to happen first.
Yeah, we were both in the same boat there.
we run into the gym, and then we see a zombie Jimmy rolling around on the floor.
Which is a real bummer in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And then Ashley runs over and is like, oh no, Jimmy, and then makes it all about herself because it's Ashley.
Of course
she
she
literally
does.
says, I'm gonna live for the both of us.
I wanted to punch her. I was like, I hate you. Also, can I just say that at one point Paige is talking about Ms. H, and she's like, I thought she was a man-eater. And I was like, great.
Yeah, they sneak in the zingers during the zombie apocalypse.
There are a lot of zingers in
So
this
many
episode.
singers. Also, just Jimmy's a real bummer, and that's not great.
And then Ashley goes, Jimmy, you're walking, and then he starts eating her.
Yeah.
And then all the zombies run into the gym, and they're like, oh no, we need to escape through the vents. And then Ashley gets taken down by zombie Jimmy, And
Manny crawls through the vents, and then Paige is freaking out, but then she crawls through the vents, and then Peter is the last one holding the door, which, why didn't they put something, like, between the handles? Like, they're all holding weapons.
Yeah, I don't
Put a weapon
know.
between the
There's
handles.
never been a situation where you don't prop up something in the doorknob. Like, that's just what you do in any situation.
They're just holding it.
Yeah.
With their bodies and hoping to outrun the zombies.
But then Peter, like, starts to go into the vent, but then he gets taken by zombies, and they're crawling through the vents,
But he throws her the keys.
Yeah.
And
they talk about GM Foods again. And
Yeah, because Emma was warning them something like this
Right.
would happen.
Emma always told us. And then Manny says something Paige says something like, I know that we were always petite pains in the asses to each other, but I'm glad it's me and you in the end, or something. And then Manny thinks she's hitting on her, and it's weird.
Yeah, there was a weird, like...
This is the nicest thing you've ever said to me. You're not hitting
And I
on me,
think
are you?
Manny takes a nap inside of the vent. Like, she seems to have a dream sequence
She has
of
a
Emma
dream sequence about Emma with the GM
all
Foods.
in the vent. Like, she takes a little nap
She
in
takes
there.
a brief nap, or it's like a weird fever dream. I don't know. It's crazy.
She's sleeping for some reason.
Yeah, but Emma, very scary as a zombie
Yeah.
and very effective with the twitchy thing. And I'm like, all right, I get it. I believe you. But yeah,
But she looks good.
she does. She does look good. I'm not going to lie to you. She looks great. She's a very sexy, terrifying zombie.
Yeah.
But like, but the Manny like being like, "You're not hitting on me, are you?" I was like, I don't like that.
The Alex thing must have just happened.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't need like a weird lesbian joke. I'm not like, I don't need this to happen now. We're getting chased by zombies. Let's have some fun and not be weird about this.
Yeah. I agree. I feel like it just happened, and she just kind of realized that she might be a lesbian very recently in the show.
Yeah.
So they did it there, if anything, to remind the audience.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. And then we happened upon Spinner, who's all
Who's
tied
like
up.
A horny zombie.
Oh no! Fuck! Damn it! We did. That was terrible.
It was not great. We happened upon
I'm
Spinner,
so bummed.
who's all tied up, but I, like, weird Freudian slip / taking notes too fast. I wrote Spinner all died up. So it's good. It's good. Spinner is dead and also tied up.
And he's like calling Paige sexy still. It's really weird.
I don't
Yeah,
remember that. Did I just block that out?
No, that happens. He's like,
No,
sexy.
Spinner has one line, and it's sexy, said with a zombie affect.
No, I hate it. I missed that. I hate it.
So weird.
No.
It threw it. This thing was dangling by a very fine thread until this point, and that just took scissors to it.
You guys, I hope you know that our levels are insane because we've just been yelling this whole time.
And then we didn't think it would get any worse in that category, but then
Suddenly.
we turn around and see like a mad scientist, Derek.
Yes. Okay, so I have questions. I have so many questions. All right, so he's talking about how horny he is and how they're going to repopulate the planet, and I'm like, I hate everything that's happening.
Yeah.
He's being extremely gross. My question is, did he orchestrate this whole thing, or is he just like, I found a silver lining?
I believe he orchestrated, like, it was his idea to bring on the zombie apocalypse to heighten his chances of getting laid,
To
which,
be
like...
literally the last man on Earth.
Well, that's
There's-
the only
there's
way this
not-
boy is
there's-
ever having sex. Let's be real.
There's easier ways. If you have that type of ambition and you utilize it in another way, women will find that attractive. You don't need to end mankind. There's
Seriously.
easier.
Just be a nice guy. And even if you're not a nice guy, if you harness that ambition, you'll probably get super rich. Just like do it
Yeah.
that way then
Yeah.
if you're going to be gross anyway.
If you're smart enough to make zombies, you're smart enough to meet a nice girl. I'm sorry. Figure it out.
Figure it the fuck out, Derek.
My God.
He had Spinner tied up, and he was like, even as a zombie, Spinner's still Spinner, because he was like saying sexy.
I mean, he was still Spinner, let's be real.
I don't remember what season 7 Spinner was like, but my last impression of him was like, he wasn't gross by then, but I'm like, oh no, maybe it was now.
The end of Spinner wasn't gross, but there were points. I don't remember season 7.
That's true. But
I think he was going to enslave Paige and Manny as like a breeding farm for him. Like, because everyone else was a zombie. and blow up the school.
Also,
Yeah.
wait, but what kind